Hey everybody, this is just going to be a short, unlisted video kind of explaining what I'm going to be doing on YouTube and Twitch. It's kind of like a direct of sorts. Here's all the games that I'm going to be doing. Um, this is something I could have posted in my Discord announcements channel just as a big wall of text, but I think it makes sense to just have a short video instead to sort of explain where I'm going to be going as far as like content creation. I guess we can start on YouTube. On my main channel, which is not this one, right now you're actually watching this on my new VODs channel for all of my stream VODs. I'll talk more about Twitch in a second. But this is, yeah, on my main channel. I'm not entirely sure exactly where I want to go with it, like in terms of everything that I want to post there. I think there is one thing that I have planned, and that is Sudoku. You guys have probably heard of the puzzle game where you have a 9x9 grid and you have to put all of the, numbers. You have to fill every row, every column, and then every 3x3 box with all the numbers from 1 through 9 exactly once. That's classic Sudoku. There's also variant Sudoku, which involves things like, not only can the same number not appear twice in the same row, column, or box, but it also can't appear within a knight's move of itself, like a knight's move in chess, like 2 up and 1 to the left or something like that. Or there'll be like an irregular shaped cage in the grid where it's called a killer cage. All of the numbers have to add to a certain total within that cage. Those are some more basic rules. There's other, rule sets like there's, you might have a maze and then there's a rat and there's a cupcake and then you have to draw a path from the rat to the cupcake and all the numbers along the path have to obey some certain rule. Something like that. That's actually the series that I plan on getting started with, Marty Sears's Rat Run series. That's kind of, that's how I approach Geometry Dash as well, is, hey, I want to have some specified goal of beating all the easy demons or all the daily or weekly levels or gauntlets or something like that. There's way more variant Sudoku puzzles that I could ever play in my lifetime, but I like being like, hey, I want to beat all the levels in this series, or all of the puzzles in this series or something like that. Maybe I'll find another one later that I want to continue after the Rat Run series. But that's the first one that I'll be recording. I want to get a nice backlog of pre-recorded videos first, but those should start being published around like mid-July or so. That's something that doesn't really lend itself well to live streaming because, I need to concentrate and there's not much to talk about with, except for the puzzle itself, but I want to solve it without being like backseated or something like that. So that seems like something that makes sense as like a YouTube exclusive thing. As far as Twitch though, there's a few games that I do plan on getting started with. Probably the first one is going to be Gambonanza. It's this game. It's basically Balatro but with chess, kind of. It has nothing to do with gambling. The name comes from the word gambit, which is a chess term. Just like Balatro has nothing to do with gambling. Speaking of Balatro, that's something I will go back to if it gets updated. I want to get 100% on my profile. I'll go back to Geometry Dash, if it's updated, for that matter, just to do like official content like main levels or gauntlets or things like that. There may be some other Balatro content along the way as well, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, Gambonanza, that's something that, like I said, I watched Northern Lion play a little bit of it, not too much though, but that's something that I'm pretty excited about. That's probably going to be the earliest thing. I do want to 100% that game as well. There's also Blue Prince. That is a sort of adventure-y, puzzle-y game where there's like a mansion that you're exploring, and then there's like weird stuff happening. And, well, I don't actually know a lot about the game yet. I've only watched enough to know that I'm interested, right? Part of this is I'm playing a lot of games that I want to watch other people play, but I can't because I'd be spoiling myself if I ever wanted to play it in the future, right? But that's one that I'm interested in as well. And then Minecraft. That's something I played a pretty long time ago on my tablet. Um, it's got some overlap with the GD community. There's a few members of my audience who are super into it. Um, Kitten Kitsune is one of my mods and a very loyal viewer and just a cool person. She is a streamer as well. She plays that game. That's kind of her main game. New Dark, he also, that's kind of a, he mainly plays Geometry Dash, but he's also streamed Minecraft from time to time. But yeah, there's a lot of cool people in my audience who are interested in that. And so I thought, well, it wasn't my idea. It was Kitten has been trying to get me back into the game for a while, and I should give it a try. It's such a legendary game. It's a genre-defining game, really. And well, it's just something that part of the reason I haven't gotten back into it for a while is that I've never really been good at games with like complicated control schemes. The one game I'm good at is Geometry Dash, which is literally just one button to click. Or one, you know what I'm saying, one button to jump. That's all you're doing, right? I kind of grew up with, like, mostly, like, handheld, like, video game consoles. Not really the kind that, like, your classic, like, video game controller with, like, the shoulder buttons and analog sticks and things like that. It was either the DS or the Wii, or, I play some games on keyboard from time to time. Even those, like, pretty simple ones. Yeah, it's so hard. To put it as modestly as possible, there are some things that come very naturally to me, as you know, and some things that very much do not, and that is one of them. And so we'll see. I think there will be a bit of a learning curve. Kitten has very graciously offered to sort of, hold my hand through it, get me up to speed on not just all the new game mechanics that have been added, but just like how to play the game in the first place. It's something that, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't want to commit to something that I can't follow through on, but I will give it a try. It might be more difficult for me than it would be for most people, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's about it. As I said, I have a second channel for stream VODs, which you're watching right now. If you're go sub to me on my main channel. If you're sub there and not here, please sub here. I'll have everything linked everywhere. Also follow me on Twitch, Discord, etc. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.